I'm getting depressed. And the only way I can stop it is by getting angry. I'm trying to do something here. And I'm just so pissed off at the state of the world. And I am so pissed off that we are so stupid, and I'm so sick of everybody complicating life when we should be enjoying it, and I can make it simple. How simple can it be? By the following. As proof to me that we are fucking idiots. Alright? I'm not going to go into the details, it's all there. But I'm going to talk in the third person. This bloke, right? So this bloke reads a thing and he sees, right, fact, before fake news and all this shit. Something's going to come along and it's going to kill everybody. It's happened before, and the more he inspects, it's going to happen again. This is fact, all right? And in actual fact, it's happened a lot more, and it was only just recently they've really been discovered, and so on and so on. And this is before the film Armageddon came out. And that, okay, all this, it's there. And he looks at this and he goes, fuck. And then he hears, written in a Time magazine, the blokes that are looking for these things, 90% of the sky is completely black. They don't know what the fuck's out there, right? And these blokes are getting under $2 million. And I thought, I don't believe this. That's less than the price of one jet. You know, this is just around the Gulf, before the Gulf War, around that time, man. I'm going, fuck's sake. You know, these guys are looking, one big fucking Scud, huge, talking about Scud missiles in it, is going to come and wipe the whole fucking place out, and it could happen tomorrow, and we don't know about it. And we have the technology to look at it, and then, but we're not paying this amount of little bit of money. And I thought, this tool, this internet we've got can be used, and it was already being shown to me, it was being used for little things again on the island, and it was wonderful, but there was something bigger and better about this thing and how we could all communicate, and it didn't have the boundaries and shit that we had put in place. It was fresh and new, fuck. Where do you find the money to get this? I thought, well, fucking, I knew the best way you can get from just businesses. Where do people pay more money where they don't think about it? And they pay it on holiday? Yeah, we're on holiday, fuck. Weddings, wedding planners will tell you this. Funerals, I hadn't really thought about it, okay? But funerals cost a lot of money, right? And this is where people pay, they don't think about it. So I this idea formulated, long and short is, at a funeral, when you die, you get your name in digital that'll go towards something to the scientists that are looking for these things. Because there's no point in building whatever defense until we find it. You can't shoot an enemy until you know where the fucking is, right? And these guys had no money. Let's get some money to them. When they find it, we'll deal with it afterwards. And then, fair future asteroid interception, rockets. No, you can't do that. Can't take nuclear rockets into space. It's hypothetical, Pedia. What the fuck? It doesn't matter. Okay, so we want to use rocket. Research. Yeah, we can go with research. And it's all done in the future, but how noble. I'm thinking to myself, fuck, what a good idea this is. I get my name, and it's digitally remembered, a little list, members list, it goes anywhere, but it's on the internet, and it's there forever. And that name in those days, CD-ROM, good idea this, and they will go on the nose cone of what was then thought to be smart, hit it with a nuclear rocket, and there you are, your name is amongst. I'd hope that everybody would see this as a good idea, and you get a little membership certificate, and that's it. No. I tried everything, and I couldn't believe $15 out of a pocket to save the world. What could be better than that? But the one, I couldn't believe it, left and right. And Jesus, then the holy fucking rollers came in. Oh, yeah, they're interfering with God's... For fuck's sake, it's a tool to stop something. Like we've used tools. God gave us the ability to fucking use tools. This is just another tool. Stop this shit. Okay, we solved that problem. And then, constant, you're wasting money of going to space. Why do you want to go and look for water on Mars when there's people dying of thirst, like down the road in Africa? Well, for fuck's sake. What is that same country spending every day on its little civil war? Fuck off. Anyway, I fought with it. And I fought, and then along the way, there was one of the biggest compliments Leonard Cohen ever said to me was like, he never offered me money for giving him the office. And I just dropped the name in because I actually went to him and he thought this was a really good idea. But he explained to me, he said, you can't go to the rich and famous people. Oh, rich, I hate that. But anyway, people of influence, before influencers were around. Fucking famous people, right? Because they're not allowed to endorse unknown, something or other. Their agents will say, no, you can't. Otherwise, I can see it. It starts nepotism and all sorts of shit can happen. No, fair enough. But I didn't think of that. But that's how naive I was. But there was still this member idea. We did it. All right, the most famous, I got the mayor on there and I thought, well, that'll do it. And I got all my mates from different nationalities so I could show it was global. And 95% could go to the scientists and we paid. And it was so simple. And everybody in the world could do that. Hello. And what's in it for you? I said, Jesus, I wanted 1%, 5%. Do you understand if anybody else gets this idea? Why wouldn't you give $15 to save the world and everything? You'd fucking for $15 and you fight with me and I fought with everybody. And I'm trying to give it away and I'm having the same problem. I did get 141 members and we did do some good things and all that. And that was my rant to get it off my chest. But for God's sake, would somebody just do something with it? This is so frustrating, all this shit that's going on in the world. Bloody keep it simple.